The story of Noah is one of the most powerful and thoughtful stories in the Bible. In the book of Genesis chapter 6, it begins with Noah, a righteous man being found out in his generation. Noah was blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, "I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them." He chose Noah and his family to be saved because of Noah's faithfulness. God gave Noah precise instructions to build an ark for him. Despite the enormity of the task, Noah trusted God's plan and began the work. As Noah built the ark, he faced ridicule and disbelief from those around him. Noah remained steadfast despite the scorn, working diligently to complete the building of the ark. This perseverance in the face of adversity is a powerful lesson. It shows the importance of staying true to our convictions, even when others do not understand or believe. Noah knew that God's word was true, and that the flood would come, and he did all that the Lord commanded him. Finally, the rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. The waters rose and covered the mountains to a depth of more than 15 cubits. Every living thing that moved on land perished: birds, livestock, wild animals, all the creatures that swarm over the earth, and all mankind. Everything on dry land that had the breath of life in its nostrils died. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out, people and animals, and the creatures that move along the ground and the birds were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days, after which the waters began to recede, and the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat, a sign of hope and new beginnings. Noah sent out a dove, and when it returned with an olive leaf, he knew the flood was abating, signaling the end of their ordeal. After the flood, God made a covenant with Noah, promising never to destroy the earth with water again, symbolized by the rainbow, a sign of peace and divine promise. In today's world, we see parallels to the disbelief that marked Noah's time. People are engrossed in their daily routines, often too busy to heed any spiritual warnings of Christ's coming. And Jesus says, "As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, up to the day Noah entered the ark. And they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. That is how it will be at the coming of the Son of Man." Many live without regard for God's warnings, ignoring prophecies of Christ's return. They walk past churches and preachers, not giving a second thought to the messages being shared. Just as in Noah's time, there are warnings of the consequences of ignoring God's message. These warnings are often met with indifference or outright scorn. The story of Noah reminds us that God's warnings are not to be taken lightly. The flood was a real and devastating event, and the same fate awaits those who ignore the prophecy of Christ's return. The rainbow serves as a reminder of this divine promise. The covenant represents a new beginning and a renewed relationship between God and humanity. It reminds us that God's promises are enduring and reliable. This assurance strengthens our faith and encourages us to trust in God's plan. The story of Noah and the ark is a powerful lesson in faith and preparedness. It teaches us the importance of listening to God's warnings and acting upon them. Just as Noah built the ark in obedience to God's command, we must prepare for Christ's return by living a life of faith. This preparation involves not just spiritual readiness, but also practical actions that reflect our beliefs. Our faith should inspire us to live in accordance with God's will. This means making choices that honor Him and reflect His teachings in our daily lives. Preparedness involves spreading God's message and encouraging others to heed His warnings. By sharing our faith, we help build a community that is spiritually ready and supportive. Let us strive to embody these principles in all aspects of our lives and be prepared for His coming.